14 top-rated temples in Thailand. As a Buddhist country, it's no surprise that the bulk of wats in the country are Buddhist sanctuaries, although Hinduism and other religions are also well represented with colorful temples. Thai wats are not only a place to pray for good fortune, but also a place to make merits, light some incense for your ancestors, or talk to the resident monks during difficult times. But before we dive into the video, smash the like button and subscribe to our channel. 1. White Temple, Chiang Rai. Wat Rong Kun, known in English as the White Temple, is actually not a temple at all, or at least not anymore. Abandoned and in ruins, the original Wat Rong Kun was adopted by a local artist in the 1990s, who then spent the next few years transforming it into one of the most stunning privately owned art exhibits in the country. 2. Wat Arun, Bangkok. Wat Arun, also known as the Temple of Dawn, sits on the banks of the Chao Phraya River. Dedicated to the Hindu god Aruna, Wat Arun is a particularly stunning sight in the early morning, as the sunlight reflects on the temple's walls, decorated with Chinese porcelain fashioned into ornate flower petals and glass mosaics in silver and reddish colors. The temple's 70-meter-tall prang spire can be seen from the river, and it's one of Bangkok's most famous landmarks. You can even access Wat Arun from the water by hopping on a water taxi on the other side of the river, where Wat Pha sits. 3. Wat Pha, Bangkok. Wat Pha, also known as the Temple of the Reclining Buddha, is one of the largest temples in Bangkok. The entire temple grounds cover an area of over 80,000 square meters, but only half of it is open to visitors, the other half houses a school and the monks' residential quarters. Although there are several buildings in the open part of the temple, most visitors come here for the giant reclining Buddha, a 46-meter-long and 15-meter-tall statue covered in gold leaf. While the entire statue is stunning, it's the feet of the Buddha that attract the most attention. Inlaid with mother of pearl and inscribed with auspicious symbols, the feet also display a chakra energy point right in the center. Lining up the walls of the hall, visitors will find 108 bronze bowls, where you can drop special coins brought from the temple for good health and fortune. 4. Blue Temple, Chiang Rai. Wat Rong Sawaten is best known to English-speaking visitors as the Blue Temple or Templo Azul. Located just outside the city, this is one of Chiang Rai's newest and most stunning wats, as well as one of the most visited. The Blue Temple is relatively small, but the gold ceilings and deep sapphire blue color of its walls make it almost hypnotic. The two colorful nagas, semi-divine snake-like creatures, that sit on either side of the temple's gate, add to the magnificent feeling. Inside, carved Buddha statues, mosaic-like blue paintings, and murals continue the magical experience, and a large white Buddha statue welcomes visitors. 5. Sanctuary of Truth, Pattaya. Another temple-like structure that isn't officially a temple, the Sanctuary of Truth is unique in many ways. Built almost entirely of teak wood to look like a cross between a palace, a museum, and a traditional Buddhist wat, the Sanctuary of Truth is the brainchild of a local artist, Mr. Lek Variafin, who, inspired by the ancient temples of Ayutthaya, spent a couple of decades designing the structure until his death in the year 2000. Today, it's one of the top things to see in Pattaya. 6. Tiger Cave Temple, Krabi. The Tiger Cave Temple, officially Wat Tham Suaya, is located just outside Krabi. The complex lies on a few different levels, with a 1,260-step staircase. Some steps are over 30 centimeters high, passing by caves filled with tiger print paws and golden Buddhas on the way to the summit. For those who brave the 278-meter elevation of the staircase, the reward is a massive golden Buddha, a tiny shrine, and some of the best open views over the town below. 7. Black House, Chiang Rai. The Black Temple, or Black House, is a sort of museum of death meets spiritual destination like you won't find anywhere else in Thailand. A complex of over 40 buildings designed in traditional Thai architecture, the Black House is not a religious structure, even though many of the buildings have a temple-like appearance. Controversial local artist Thawan Duchesne is behind the structure, and his surreal, unusual style is evident in every corner of this stunning project. The main building in the complex is a temple-like structure with a cavernous interior full of animal skulls and horns, snake skins, and furniture that looks like it belongs in a Gothic movie. The darkness of the designs is meant to represent the dark side of human desire, as well as the sickness and pain the Buddha himself witnessed throughout his life. 8. Silver Temple, Chiang Mai. The Silver Temple, officially called Wat Sri Sufan, owes its name to its unique appearance, with walls and ceiling completely covered in either pure silver or an alloy and zinc mix. Inside, even the statues and some of the decorations are covered in silver, as are the frames of the many mirrors. Together, these form a magical bouncing of light and images that make the temple feel never-ending in every direction. Back in the 1500s, a silversmith village surrounded the area, which explains why the Wat ended up covered in silver. Visitors today can find plenty of silver studios around the temple, as well as artisans selling their silver wares on the temple's grounds. 9. Wat Mahathat, Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya's most famous temple is located in the center of a historical park and surrounded by dozens of other stunning ruins. Ayutthaya was once the capital of Bangkok and, around the year 1700 CE, the largest city in the world. Wat Mahathat might not be the largest temple in Ayutthaya, but the impressive Uboso Ordination Hall and main Viharn, the living quarters, are still stunning. Although the central prang tower-like spire collapsed a long time ago and only the base remains, the temple complex is still a stunning group of temples that attracts many visitors. 10. Wat Saket, Bangkok. One of the oldest temples in Bangkok and a sacred pilgrimage site during the Loi Krathong festival in November, Wat Saket is also a sight to behold. The temple sits at the top of an 80-meter tall hill, from where the stunning views over Bangkok Old Town will make you forget about the heat and the climb to get you here. The grounds around the temple are decorated with ancient trees, a wall of bells, golden Buddha statues, and a shaded 300-step staircase that takes visitors up to the Chedi. A somewhat obscure temple, you won't find many tourists here. Wat Saket is a perfect destination for reflection and photography. If you arrive early in the morning, when the temple is almost deserted, find a bench to sit down and listen to the many bells ringing softly in the wind. 11. Emerald Temple, Bangkok. The Emerald Temple, officially Wat Phra Q, is Thailand's most famous and most sacred temple. It's located inside the grounds of the Grand Palace, and it is home to the statue of the Emerald Buddha, considered the protector of Thailand. Despite its name, the statue isn't made of emerald but of a deep green, single piece of jade stone. It stands 66 centimeters tall, and it's dressed in a special cloak changed personally by the king 3 times a year, as the seasons change. 12. Wat Phra That Doi Suthep, Chiang Mai. Perched high atop a mountain overlooking Chiang Mai and the surrounding valley, Wat Phra That Doi Suthep is one of the most sacred sites in Thailand. The glossed in gold shrine sits like a beacon at an elevation of 1,073 meters. Visitors must climb a steep stairway of more than 300 steps, guarded on either side by gilded dragons, in order to reach the top. Once you've crested the mountain, you will be face to face with the impressive golden Chedi. The temple is thought to date back to the 14th century, which is when the first stupa was built. 13. Wat Plai Lim, Koh Samui. Koh Samui may be best known for its sugary beaches and luxe resorts, but the idyllic island also has some impressive cultural landmarks, too. One of the best temples in Thailand, Wat Plai Lim, is centrally located on Koh Samui, making it an easy visit from almost anywhere on the northern side of the island. Wat Plai Lim is a Buddhist temple that incorporates both Chinese and Thai traditions. The main structure is not of the typical Gautama Buddha, but that of Kundi, a deity that has 18 arms. The stark white statue with golden ornaments can be seen from different vantage points on the island and stands out impressively over the low-rising structures. 14. Wat Chaiwatanaram, Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya will dazzle the mind with the sheer number of temples to visit in a concentrated area, but visitors should not leave without a stop at Wat Chaiwatanaram. This Buddhist temple dates back to the 17th century, when it was commissioned by King Prasat Thong in the style of traditional Khmer temples. It is considered to be one of the most significant monuments in the entire country, and while it is technically outside the UNESCO heritage site of Ayutthaya proper, it is just as, if not more, mind-blowing than the temples within the complex. The sprawling area sits overlooking the Chao Phraya River and gives a fairly decent glimpse into what it must have been like to arrive at Ayutthaya back in the 1600s. A 35-meter-high central tower is surrounded by 4 smaller ones. The entire structure stands on a rectangular platform. So, there you have it. Hope this video will be helpful to you. If you find it helpful, then please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notification of latest upload.